Hi, everyone, and welcome to this live session. You're all very welcome. And in this live session, what we're going to do is we're going to take the question that we looked at yesterday, and we're going to take some of your essays, we're going to show them and ask you guys to give feedback on them. So this is a live lesson, so let's give everyone a couple of minutes to get into the session, and then we'll begin. So I'm going to get ready by putting up the question, and then we can view it all. All right. So hello to everyone saying hello in the comments. And if you can just let me know that you see me on Facebook, you can see me on YouTube. We're streaming simultaneously on both, and then we'll get going in a little bit. So everyone seems to be good on Facebook. Everyone seems to be good on YouTube. So we've got a lot of people live already. So let's give everyone just one more minute to get in, and then we will get going. Hope that you're all doing well, all keeping safe. Let's see where we have people today. So we have Pakistan, we have India, we have Laos. Where else do we have? Let me know where you guys are watching from. It's always interesting to see all the different countries that we have. Nigeria. Where else? Moldova, Nepal, Kurdistan, Philippines, Germany, Bulgaria, Nepal, Cambodia, Egypt, Vietnam, St. Chow, Egypt again, Kazakhstan, Thailand, Swati crap. I'll be going live on the BBC Learning English Thailand in about 2 hours or so. So if you're from Thailand, join me on that in about 2 hours. Excellent. Okay. All right, guys. So let me explain what this session is, what we're going to do in this session. So yesterday we went through this question. So let me share my screen with you. Yeah, so let me just check that everyone can see this. And that it's clear. Yep. Okay, seems to be all good. All right, guys. So this was the question that we were going through yesterday. Some people say the main way to be happy in life is to have a lot of money. How might having a lot of money make people happy? What other things in life can make people happy? So what I asked you guys to do was write that essay, and we're going to look at some of the essays today. So if you have done that, what I want you to do is just put it in the comments, and best to maybe put it in a document, and then it's just in one document that we can look at. But if you don't have it in a document, you can just put it in the comments. Okay. So please put it in the comments now. Or maybe no one has done the essay, and then we'll be ending this session pretty soon. Okay, Rupali has done it. All right. Rupali, I can't see the essay because it doesn't show at all. So can you put it into a document, like a Google document or something like that, and just share the link to the Google document here, because I can't see it all. So yeah, Rupali, you've posted it again in the comments. Don't post your essay in the comments. Put it into a document, like a Google document, and then share the link, and I'll be able to view it. And anyone else wants to post their essay in a document? Someone says where here in the comments. Ripley, good, thank you. All right. If you have money, the girls love you. Not all the girls, not the good ones. Let me see. I need to open Facebook. That will solve the problem. This is the first time we've done this on StreamYard, so apologies for the teething problems. All right, Ripley, you've put it into a Google document, but you haven't given anyone access to it. You need to give everyone access to that document. So you need to change the sharing settings, and let's see if anyone else has done it. Someone whose name is in a language that I cannot read. Can you put your essay into a document, and we will get access to that? Okay, guys. So I'll say it one more time, and then if nobody does it, then we'll just answer it because I have better things to do. If you want to participate and you want us to look at your essay, put it into a Google document that everyone can see, change the sharing settings so that everyone can see, and post it in the comments. Excellent, Ripley. Thank you very much. And we can see that. So what I'll do now is I will post it or share it. Okay, guys. So I've got Ripley's essay ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we are going to, I'm going to share my screen. We're all going to read it together. And then you guys in the comments are going to give feedback on her essay. And whoever gives the best feedback can go next. Okay. So let me share my screen again. Okay, let's read this and give some feedback to her. Okay. Hopefully you've all seen that. So what I would like you to do now is consider Rupali's essay or Rupali, sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. And what I would like you to do is think of what did she do really well? What could she improve? And think about the feedback that you would give her. Koal, presentation not good, structure is missing, ideas not clearly explained. I would completely disagree with that. Presentation was good, structure was there, and ideas were clearly explained. So no, I wouldn't agree with that. Samander, repetition. What do you mean by that? Like, you just repeating the word repetition 20 times is not very productive or helpful feedback. What do you mean by that? Robin Deep, repetition of words and some misspelling. So this is very good what we're seeing here, because it's showing the difference between what an examiner would look at and what a student who doesn't know much about the IELTS test would look at. So when the examiner is looking at an essay, they're looking at the overall essay, and the general big things that they are looking at are task achievement, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary, and grammar. So they're looking at what they did overall with those big things. What students who don't know much about the test look at is, did the person repeat one word? And they will look at that and go, oh, they repeated that one word. It's a bad essay. Well, that is not really what the examiners are looking at. They will consider repetition, but they will look at much, 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 much bigger things. So that is a good thing to point out. Puneet, less vocabulary. What do you mean by less vocabulary? Sukdeep, I think if she uses however before writing opinion of other people in introduction, it'll look more impressive. Again, an examiner would never look at an entire essay and think the only feedback I'm going to give is the word however. Like that look at the bigger things that she did well or not so well. Eerie, vocabulary must be more on point. For example, what could she have improved? Shin Thankin, I need some linking devices. Again, very common misconception is that if you use lots and lots of linking words, you're going to get a higher score. That's not necessarily true. Band 9 essays have actually very few linking words in there. How come to know this much details are, and I don't understand that, sorry. Grammar errors once or twice. Yeah, so when it comes to grammar, what is the examiner looking for? Are they judging your essay on, did you make one or two small errors? No, if you made only one or two small errors, you're probably going to get a band 8 or a band 9. The examiner is looking at two things when it comes to grammar. Did you have enough range in order to easily discuss that topic and answer the question? And how many mistakes are you making? And when they're thinking about mistakes, were they serious mistakes or were they not so serious? And how frequent are those mistakes? They're not really looking at, oh, they made one grammar mistake. Pulkit, some unusual words should be used. No, again, the examiner is not thinking about did this person use unusual words. They're looking at, did they use appropriate words to discuss that topic, and are those words accurate? So it's a very common misconception that what you should do is memorize a list of very complex words and insert them randomly into your essay. That will actually lower your score because it's inappropriate to do so. Okay, so looking at the vast majority of your topics, it is clear that 90% of you, 95% of you do not really understand what the examiners are thinking about and how the examiners are going to be marking your essay. And it's very easy to learn this. It's very easy to understand this because there are objective criteria that every examiner uses. So it's task achievement. Basically, did you understand the question and did you clearly answer the question? Coherence and cohesion. So coherence, is it easy to understand and follow what you're saying about the question? Cohesion, how are the elements linked together? How are they structured? How is everything organized? Is it organized logically? Vocabulary, did you have enough vocabulary to discuss that topic, or did you really struggle to talk about that topic because you didn't have enough vocabulary? And is your vocabulary accurate? Grammar, we've already touched upon that. How many mistakes are you making? How frequent are those mistakes? And how serious are those mistakes? So let's have a look at her essay again and think about how an examiner would look at that, and you'll see how different it is from what most of you guys are saying. The reason why I'm bringing this up is if you have no idea what the examiners want, you have no idea how to get a high score because you've no idea what the examiners are looking for, or most importantly, how to give it to them. So if you think that a good essay means no grammar mistakes at all, lots of high level vocabulary, lots of linking words, all of these things that just don't really matter, then you're going to be doing those things and getting a low score. It's also the reason why most students get angry or frustrated when they get their scores, because they think that they were doing the right thing when really they weren't doing the right thing at all. So let's have a look to see what we would be looking for. So the examiner would always look at the question first and think about the question. Some people say the main way to be happy in life is to have a lot of money. How might having a lot of money make people happy? So we're looking for one thing here that clearly explains the answer to the question. And what other things in life can make people happy? So we're looking for at least two things in life that can make people happy, because it's plural. Okay. So first sentence should be clearly paraphrased. Some men and women believe that the primary way for them to be happy is by having a huge amount of money. That is very good. All right. So it is paraphrased well because it means the same thing as the question, and it is grammatically accurate and the vocabulary is fine. Having a lot of money can make individuals happy because they can then afford expensive goods and services. So overall, this is fine. What I would do if I was giving one-on-one feedback to this student, which I suppose I am, is I would just limit it to one thing. All right, goods and services are similar. They're things that you purchase, but maybe just keep it simple, make your job much, much easier, and just pick one thing. All right, you'll just make your job much, much easier. So you don't. Other things that can make people joyous are strong family bonds. So in the question, it asks for things, and they've only mentioned one thing. Okay, so strong family bonds and maybe one other thing. Okay. Now, maybe later on, she could have talked about how this is like two different things, but I don't think she did that. Individuals who are wealthy can easily purchase commodities and services that are very costly. So let's just keep it simple. This means that their purchasing power is very high and they can live luxurious lifestyles. Good. As they can afford even the costliest things easily, they can make their lives comfortable, and eventually this might make them happy. So you've seen then she goes on to a second idea here where they can hire professionals. I would just delete that and I would maybe further explain, why the goods make people happy. For example, many Indians who are millionaires say that they are happy because they have no worries about the increasing price of commodities. Okay, it's not a bad example. I think it could be a little bit more specific about, why do goods make people happy? I mean, generally, does it make people happy because of inflation? Like increasing prices is inflation. If you asked rich people, why are you happy? They wouldn't say, well, I don't have to worry about inflation. That wouldn't, but it's fine the way it is. Okay, so on overall, as you can see, the grammar and vocabulary is generally very, very good. There is a couple of small grammar mistakes, small spelling mistakes, and things like that, but overall, most of it is very, very good. So let's move on to this one. Good family relations can make individuals happy. This is to say that when family members are living in peace and harmony, they do not consider money as the only factor to be happy. This is because of the family bond where each individual is supportive of caring towards others. If there are numerous fights and arguments in the family, one cannot lead a happy life. For example, many Indians prefer to leave high-paying jobs and that's all very, very good. It's a really good paragraph. The only thing missing is, it says, what other things? All right. So the question specifically mentions plural. So there was guidance in 2021 to examiners which stated clearly if plurals are mentioned and the student doesn't write about more than one thing, then give them a lower score. So overall good, but you need to include one other thing. So how you could do that would be to write one thing, explain that one thing, then write another thing, explain that one thing, and then give an example. To conclude, individuals can be happy if they can purchase expensive goods and services and have good family bonds. That can also make people happy. Okay, so there was a little bit of repetition of vocabulary. So let's talk about that. So a common criticism that Ripley got was she repeated some words. So if you have a choice between repeating a word and using a word that you don't really know and it's probably wrong, which one do you think it is? So in the comments, let's say you see that you've repeated a word and you have a choice of just leaving it and repeating that word, or taking a risk and using a complex word, a more complex word, but you're not really sure of the meaning or how to use it. Which one should you use? Sukdeep, I always prefer to repeat. Prisha, repeating the word is safer. Alfonso, repeating the word is safer. Repeating the word. Yeah. So if you can think of a way to modify the word, change the word, and you're sure that it is correct, then do vary your language. Do change it. But if you have a choice between repeating the word or using something that is probably wrong, just repeat the word. Okay. So if anyone wants to go next, put your essay into a Google Doc that I can access, that everyone can access. Make sure the sharing settings are to everyone. So, and post it in the comments. Some say, please check, please check. Post it again. I'm not going to scroll through hundreds and hundreds of comments. Jesser, you posted the doc, but you didn't make it accessible to anyone, so I can't read it. So if you want to change the share settings on it so that I can read it, and then and anyone else who wants to go, put it into a Google Doc. Make sure the share settings are changed to everyone can see it. Nope, nobody is doing that. That's fine. We normally charge $30 for me to look at essays, and you're getting an opportunity to get it for free, but maybe maybe you don't want free stuff. Okay, if I don't get another one in the next 1 minute, I'll just end the session. So okay, guys, so I think I'll leave it there. We normally do this inside our VIP course. We do it inside there, and it works really well in there because the students know what to do, and they are doing essays all the time. But maybe it doesn't work on these like free Facebook pages and free Facebook or YouTube platforms because people just don't do the work. That's maybe, and then shows the difference between people who look at free stuff on YouTube and Facebook and people who pay for courses. People who pay for courses generally are motivated to do the work, whereas people who look at free stuff on the internet just like reading and watching free stuff. So that's a good lesson for us. We won't be doing this again, and we'll do something better for you guys. So thank you very much, and thank you to Rupali, who is the only person to post our essay. And that's a good lesson for you guys. If you just consume content and just watch lots of videos and don't actually do anything, you're not going to improve. But if you actually do the things that you're supposed to do on test day, then you will be able to improve. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.